3 traits of a great Scrum Master. Resilient. So somebody who is going to get knocks. As a Scrum Master, you're going to do things that people don't like, and you need to be able to pick yourself up, dust yourself off, and go again. If you know it's right, you need to keep going at it. Right? Many different ways. Okay? You work with teams who don't want to do Scrum, they don't want to do Agile. It doesn't work, they're better than it, whatever the current excuse is that's floating around the world. And you can see potential in them. You're going to have tough conversations, and this is something that I don't think many people understand, you're not going to win that battle in one conversation. That can take weeks, if not months, to get people through various little experiments. Well, okay, you don't want to do Scrum. Well, how about we just have a chat? Once a day, let's realign, take 10, 15 minutes, that's all I'm asking, to make sure we're working on the most important thing. They might accept it. They might say, no, that we don't want to do that. Okay, you don't want to do that. All right then. And you come back tomorrow and you say, well, okay, you don't want to do that, and I appreciate that, but how about we update each other in Slack just to let everybody know where we are? Oh, okay, yeah, we can do that. Okay, brilliant. And over time we can start introducing things that will help them be better. Okay. You need the resilience to keep coming back. Right? You need to bounce back and go. Do you need to be anti-fragile? Do we need to push it that far? Do you need to thrive in this world? I think many good Scrum Masters do thrive in it. They like that challenge. But you absolutely have to be resilient. You have to have a thick skin. You have to be quite a humble person, he says to a video. I'm aware. But you have to be very aware that success is the team's. Everything you do is in service to that team. Okay, so when they do well, they do well. When you do well, they do well and they get the credit. Right? Everything you're doing is to make them better. So you have to be able to put your own ego to one side and say, it's not about me, it's not what's best for me. And that might extend to what's best for the team is that I step away and we bring a new Scrum Master in. And a really great Scrum Master will recognise that and say, actually, I'm not serving you as well as you could be served. As Scrum Masters, we all have specialties. Maybe we're great at standing up teams, maybe we're good at getting them going, helping them form, maybe we're really good at bringing them into high performance. But we need to understand at a certain point, okay, my time here is done. And we have to be humble enough and have set our ego aside to say, you know what, you need somebody else now. That's not a slight on you, that's understanding you've done your job as a Scrum Master. Right? It's the next stage in that team's journey and they need somebody else to help them in that journey. So resilience and a level of humility. What else? Empathy. You need to get it. You need to get where people are coming from, and we need to be really clear the difference between empathy and sympathy. Empathy is understanding somebody. Sympathy is joining them. Okay? I've no time for sympathy in the professional world. If somebody's feeling bad, it does not help climbing in the hole with them and having a cry. Saying, okay, I can see you're in a bit of a hole, and I understand that feels bad. How do we move you forwards? That's useful. Okay? You can be empathetic without being sympathetic. Okay? Teams will complain. They will moan, this doesn't work, they don't do their job. And you can either sit there with them and have a whinge, or you can say, you know what, yeah, you're absolutely right, it sucks. Yeah, okay. Are you going to do anything about it? So you need to use that empathy to let people understand that you do understand them, but also to get them to move forwards. People want to be heard. They want to feel understood. Great developers want to do stuff. And your role as a Scrum Master there is really to say, okay, you've been heard. You've been understood. Okay? But I'm not letting you stop at that point. I know you can be better. So the director isn't doing what you want. Okay. Yeah. I think they should as well. But evidently they don't. So what can you do to help convince them to do what you want? What's the next step forwards? So there's 3. It's not necessarily the most common 3, but resilience, humility, and empathy.